People who own multiple pets, what is some drama going on between them right now? Dog 1 is trying to trick Dog 2 into following her into the garden so that Dog 1 can then storm back indoors to take Dog 2's bone she is enjoying. Dog 3 is sitting on the couch quietly waiting for this to happen, to be the actual winner of this scheme. I don't anymore, but I once had both a cat and a guinea pig some 25 years ago and they seemed to hate each other. Whenever my cat got near the cage, the guinea pig would start squealing aggressively at the cat and the cat would swat at the cage while sporting a look of utter disgust. That was a daily routine. It was the first thing that happened in the morning and it lasted a minute, then they didn't bother each other for the rest of the day and the cat could even nap on top of the cage at times without any protest for either. It was just part of the day for them. That drama just had to happen every day. They went on like that for 7 years. The guinea pig got really sick because he was old and I realized he doesn't have long left. I picked him up out of the cage and put him on my lap so he didn't have to die alone. The fucking cat came up and licked the guinea pig and laid on my lap beside him until he passed. Apparently, the cat loved him all along. The 7-year drama was just their thing. That still amazes me. My roommate has 2 large male dogs and I have a small female dog. My roommate's male dogs like to roughhouse and play around sometimes. Whenever they get too loud, my little dog will raise her head and growl ever so slightly. Just enough for them to hear her. As soon as she does, they stop for a minute and start playing quieter. Fucking surreal to see. I have a cat, a puppy, and a dog. Cat likes to lure the puppy under the bed and he can get under but gets stuck in the middle where it's the lowest. I have to rescue him, usually around 2 a.m. and he wakes me up by scratching the floor trying to get out. Cat also likes to knock off things from the counter he knows the puppy should not be chewing on. Puppy and cat like to wrestle with each other. But dog doesn't like the ruckus and barks at them to stop. Cat doesn't like the barking, so then he chases dog. Puppy follows cat and there's a train of 3 Tom and Jerry style through the house. At the end of the day though, they are always in a big cuddle pile, so I think they'll be okay. The dog doesn't like when the cat gives him dirty looks. The cat knows this, will deliberately stare him down, and then expertly leap out of the way when he goes to chase her. Our dog is very stupid and cannot stand when the cat stares at him. We have a baby gate to keep the dogs away from the cat's food and litter, and the cat will sit behind the baby gate, tail swishing, and bore holes into him. He loses his goddamn mind. 2 cats. I opened the window for the first time this year since the weather is finally nice. They have been pushing each other away for the best spot to smell the air. We got a puppy 2 weeks ago. Our elderly cat is furious when we do dog training sessions because cat deserves the treats instead. We end up doing joint training sessions and the cat is actually much more consistent than puppy. In college, we lived in the 2nd floor and would leave the sliding glass door open with the screen door shut on nice days. We'd often come home to find my dog stuck on the balcony. We figured out that my roommate's cat was opening the screen door to let the dog out and then closing the door. My 2 dogs like the same bed, so they will fight over it until the end result is they just both sleep on it, while the other bed just goes unused. I don't see the difference between the 2. They are both super soft. We adopted a heavily abused and partially blind dog who is full of anxiety. We also have 4 cats, but only 2 of them are brave enough to go visit her. The drama is that when she hears all the cats running around playing, she wants to join, but being semi-blind and a 50-50 chance it won't be a friendly cat, she just gets sad and whines. A friend of ours who volunteers with a feral cat program, capture, neuter, release, caught 2 kittens who were too friendly to release. She called us up and said, "Hey, you like cats, foster these 2 kittens, please." So now our 14-year-old cat Iris gets to deal with 2 rambunctious little boys. Sam the Siamese is a little afraid of her, so he doesn't bother her much, but Ralph the tabby very much wants to be friends with her. He leave and drop his favorite Mousie next to her while she's sleeping. Iris was very put out that these little punks were invading her space, but she is slowly learning to tolerate the boys. She still deals out hisses and swats when one of them crosses a line, and they're respectful enough to back off. BTW, the boys are a foster fail. They're in their forever home. I live on a farm. Every day is a new case of the cats trying to eat something they shouldn't. On my uncle's farm, a cat got into its head that attacking a cow was a good idea. Jumped on it, bit it around the neck. Of course, when one cow runs, they all run. Cat caused a mini stampede that took out several fences, and somehow walked away unscathed. My 15-year-old cat just died a week ago. He had a heart condition and we knew he was close to the end of his journey. His sis yellow lab has been looking for him all around the house since then. She won't sleep cause she is patrolling the house looking for her bro. Corgi won't stop hurting my chickens. I had to rehome one of my blue howlers because of littermate syndrome. She wasn't liked by our oldest dog and didn't take her hints, and when her and her sister would play randomly they would start to attack each other. We couldn't handle the stress of them growing up together. She lives in a farm now with another cattle dog. We still visit and get multiple pictures a week.